The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf.
We've developed some technology that is unseen in the market to the best of our knowledge. We work with dealer partners nationwide where they can submit a retail application, and our technology takes that retail application and converts it to a lease on their behalf.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Jeff Morgan, the CEO of AmeriTrust. Jeff, very good to meet you. For those new to the story, could you give us a brief description of your background and why AmeriTrust is focusing on the used vehicle leasing market?
I'm a 33-year plus veteran in the automotive leasing space, based in Fort Worth, Texas, going nationwide here in the United States, with a product that has been done successfully by several others in the past, but never at a national level at the scale in which we're trying to take it. AmeriTrust is a Fintech company based out of Canada that operates a finance company in the United States that is focused on filling a void in the marketplace in used car auto leasing. New cars in the United States make up about 25% of the overall market share when it comes to financed vehicles. In the used car space, leasing only makes up 1%. So we feel like there's a big void, even though that leasing is difficult in the used car space. We've seen it successfully done by several companies, and we believe that if properly depreciated, the assets will perform very well.
Jeff, tell us more about the opportunity for AmeriTrust in the automotive finance industry.
Well, if you think about it, Carvana doesn't have a used car lease. CarMax doesn't have a used car lease. Costco, I think the last report I saw, they were doing about 600,000 vehicles a year, and they don't have a used car lease. The opportunity is massive. If you can take a market share of 1% and move it to 3 or 4 or all the way up to 25, like the new car side of the industry, you're a multi-billion-dollar company.
What would you say is AmeriTrust's competitive advantage in the used vehicle leasing market, Jeff?
Our people and our technology. We've developed some technology that is unseen in the market to the best of our knowledge. We work with dealer partners nationwide where they can submit a retail application, and our technology takes that retail application and converts it to a lease on their behalf. Then it pre-fills all the documents, the contracts on behalf of the dealership in the customer's name with all the data they provided in the application. We believe that we're the first lender in the industry to have that capability, where a dealership with very little lease knowledge can still lease a vehicle confidently and get all the paperwork and the contracts done correctly.
How does the current high cost of living for US consumers impact the growth of the used vehicle leasing market?
Well, I tell all of my investors, I don't care if you're blue or red, if you want to blame Biden economics or Trump tariffs, whichever way you lean, the cost of living in the United States is gone up dramatically since COVID. People are having a hard time affording eggs is all over the news on occasion. And so auto leasing, the way we've designed this program, we save a customer typically anywhere from $25 to $125 a month on a 12-month shorter term when you compare it to a retail loan. So auto leasing is a much better alternative than going out to 72 and 84-month options and keeping cars well past where they should be depreciated down to.
We're looking ahead to the rest of 2026, Jeff. What are some of the key milestones your investors should be watching out for?
Massive growth. We're very picky in the vehicles that we'll do. We typically stay inside of a lane of 5 years old or newer, and our cars can't have more than 120,000 miles on them by the end of lease term. But that is a massive amount of vehicles in the used car space. What that does for us is it means that the vehicles have warranty left from the manufacturer typically at inception, so that the vehicles we know are being maintained during the lease process, and they have value by they come back to us where we can guarantee that we've depreciated properly to that residual value set by our third party that Wall Street accepts. And so our milestones and what we're trying to do is we're trying to grow the right way at a small level, but because we're sitting in a $1 trillion market space, we don't have to be very good and we can still be a multi-billion-dollar company.
Jeff, thank you very much for the introduction today. I hope you'll keep us updated with your progress.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time as well.
Jeff Morgan, CEO of AmeriTrust.
The featured company is a paid client of Proactive Group Holdings, and this recording is disseminated by Proactive on its behalf. It is for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice, an offer, or a solicitation to buy or sell any securities. Viewers should conduct their own research and consult a qualified financial advisor before making investment decisions. The views expressed are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of Proactive Group Holdings, trading as Proactive Investors, or its affiliates. No responsibility is accepted for any loss arising from reliance on the information presented.